And
like, I'm struggling here with some, like, how do all of you just, like, no, it must have been you. Like, if it's such a heinous crime, how are all of you blinded and you can't see the truth?
And that is actually something that that gets covered for you, because that is a big question, and I'll wait till we actually get to that sequence before because we'll probably still be playing this game when we get there.
Are you saying that we're slow?
No, I'm saying that, like,
we're struggling so hard. We still haven't solved this stupid problem.
We're not doing too bad. I remember this being like a 10-minute problem, but luckily here we have the joy of, I can cut out some of the interim stuff, and I can match our voices to it and be like, hey, no, this is a important...
The power of technology and editing.
Yeah.
We can make this...
Fix it in post. Fuck it, fix it in post.
So terrible. Anyway.
So I don't want to get into that, because that is a key part into that, and then we get to see Ahsoka later on in Rebels, which is the sequel series to Clone Wars. And even after Rebels, there's now Rebels Season 2. That's going to be... Or Rebels Series 2.
So, okay. We're going to talk about that for a second.
Go ahead.
Just for my own, like, chronological. So, Rebels is post-Episode 3?
Yes.
Okay. So, is Rebels... Like, how immediately after? Some years after? Like, how long has Anakin really been like, I am Darth Vader? And where does that fit in the chronological order of things with Rogue One?
Okay.
These are my questions.
So, Anakin has been Darth Vader for at least 14 years.
Fuck.
By the time Rebels has come out. The reason I'm going to say that is because in Rogue One, you can see the ship from Rebels. Like their Millennium Falcon, their Ebon Hawk, which doesn't mean anything to you, it's another Millennium Falcon. It is their... You can see that ship in there, which means that, 1, Rebels is canon, 2, that they were at those battles. And you get to see that. So Rebels, I would say, is...
You ever heard of it? Me neither.
Rebels is a good time after Episode 3, because Ahsoka's also much older.
We know what we have.
She's easily in her early 20s / low 30s, very low 30s.
Okay.
Because she's maybe 12.
Is she?
In 12 to...
Oh.
She's like 12 to 16.
Okay, yeah, like I was putting her in like the 14 to 16 window. Okay.
When Rebels happens, and... did you see the episode with, Did you see the episode with, what's it called? There was an episode where they were like the baby... Oh, it was the Cad Bane episode. They were kidnapping the babies, and you saw Senator Palpatine, like, sitting over their beds, like...
Yeah, the little cribs.
That comes back, and that's when we get to see Ahsoka come back. She's like, I've seen this before during the Clone Wars.
Okay.
And that's the episode where you get to see, like, Darth Vader, and they use the voice actor for Anakin, and James Earl Jones comes in, and they talk simultaneously because she's...
This is like the favorite episode that he tells me about, you guys.
All the time. I will... That is probably one of the
and then
best
this happens, the greatest episode.
Well, so my favorite...
I don't mean to make fun. I'm just trying to...
No, that's... please make fun.
I love that episode.
Well, my favorite episodes of Clone Wars aren't the episodes of Anything with the Jedi. They're the ones where this is you just playing as a clone, or you get to see, like, the clones. You get to see how they think. You get to see the fact that they all have names. Going back to, like, before, I love when 99 is talking to Heavy before he has a name, and he goes, hey, Heavy, like, what are you doing? He's like, why are you calling me that? He goes,
I named you.
It's your name. It's always been your name. And then the one bounty hunter's like beating the shit out of the one clone. He goes, you're a real cut up. I like the sound of that. What? Thanks for giving me a name, sir. And it was... But it's one of those things where, like, you think about the military, like, people get very attached to their call signs. And you typically never get them in a good way, but you still, like, become lovingly endeared to that name that somebody gave you.
Yeah.
And
it means they care.
Yeah, and now it's no longer you're no longer just a number. Like, this is your personality. Like, sure, it's different. Like, you have Cody and you have Rex, and I'm like, how do Cody and Rex get theirs? But then you have Echo. Echo's constantly repeating the orders. And I'm like, okay, it's annoying how you got that name, but... Or 555. We call him 5, sir. Like...
Can you reverse
you're
what
more
she's
than
done?
just your serial number.
Which is cool. Like 99 though, like he's like 5s where he just takes that number. And I find that rather adorable.
Pro-droid processing unit. What's it like hacking other droids anyway? Yeah, I feel weird about hacking people too. For a good cause.
Now we're gonna let you guys
right?
actually see what's going on in the story.
I should check in with the Mantis.
The
Trilla
hologram.
probably knows where they are. You sure the comm's fixed? They're not answering. Something's wrong. We need to get back. Nobody around. Think it's some kind of trap?
I love their
Seems like we've
relationship.
been walking into a lot of them lately.
You like
you
like
hear that?
droids.
I do like I like the droids. I even like the battle droids when they are talking to each other, but I think it's always fun. Like even when you see Anakin and R2. Oh, I'm so sorry, girl. You just elbowed your cat in the face.
Pickles is sitting in between us. Trophy earned.
Everything is connected. The obstacle becomes the way. Probably my personal, like I know everyone's like, I'm one with the Force, the Force is with me. The obstacle becomes the way is probably my favorite Force new teaching reference. I think it's absolutely
Stoicism.
Oh my god, it's stoicism too, guys. Yeah, so but I enjoy hearing about how the clones like come up with their names. We're actually getting to the point where you get to see like the ARC troopers come out, and it's like their Navy SEALs and their special force. Like I want to be an ARC trooper. And it's like I hear this.
I was literally about to ask you, like, so what's an ARC trooper again? So difference from a stormtrooper. So I'm really glad I just sat here quietly.
You're good.
Let you explain it.
ARC
I was
are
like,
clone
oh, that's
troopers.
the difference. Okay, tracking.
You have ARC troopers. This one has like purge troopers, which are the black armored stormtroopers. They're a little bit different. The clone troopers have a lot of different things. I don't remember. Like you have the command units and a bunch of different troopers in here, but they're all like still pretty much stormtroopers. Scout troopers were the two that were like constantly shooting at the can at the last episode of Mandalorian.
Yeah,
those two are scout troopers.
So bad.
I like to like shake and look at their gun like whatever.
Yeah, like army grade, obviously. Only the best.
Yeah. But yeah, like the next episodes are the ARC Trooper episodes, where we get to learn like this is what an ARC Trooper is. This is like what they aspire to be like. And that to me is also exciting because it's like they talk about it. There have been a few episodes where you see clones kind of rebel and are very cynical. Like, no, we're bred to fight and die for you. Like, what the fuck do you want us to be happy for this life that we have?
Yeah, you have like this. Yeah, like exactly what you said. Like they're bred, but like they didn't come into existence out of happenstance. It was intentional with a very particular type of intent. And like, but what if I don't want to? Like, you created a sentient, and maybe they don't want to do what you had intended for them to do.
That was also
Gotta respect the sentiency of others.
Hey, Nicole.
Except for Pickles.
Or Ray.
Or Ray. It's because they're small, they can't wear pants.
I love you so much.
Love you too.
There's and there was that episode of Clone Wars where what actually ends up happening is they crash on a planet. They're chasing General Grievous, and Rex ends up going to a home of the Twi'leks. Where I said, hey, those are Phil and Will's voices of the two kids that were running around.
Oh yeah, the Rugrats.
And they're having a conversation. He goes, "What are you gonna do? Turn me in?" And he goes, "You're not." He's like, "You're not a coward." He's like, and he goes, "I have a name too." And he's like, "That's right. We're all just numbers." And he goes, "It is my duty to turn you in. However, I was probably unconscious, and there's no way I'm gonna remember." And it was a very good choice of lines where he's like, "I do have a duty to turn you in." That being said, I'm also going to respect the fact that this is now your life. Like I'm not.
He wasn't a deserter.
He wasn't. No, he led you believe that he was a deserter, but it wasn't even that he was a deserter.
It's because he didn't owe you shit. That's why it's like, fine, think whatever you want of me. Your opinion has no bearing on how I live my life.
But it was like, no, this is when he gets in there and he's talking to him and he goes, what happened? He goes, we were outnumbered and I ended up getting here and I had these 2 kids and now this, that, the other, and this is where we're at.
Little buddy.
And I was like, okay, like that's a very good aspect for you to see of a clone when like, oh, he feels like he was literally left behind. Maybe not by any fault of his own.
Wherever here is.
But that is still what ends up happening.
The lightsaber's missing.
And do you have any final thoughts here that you want to leave it off on? I'll probably have to cut out some, so I'll leave this about 7 minutes.
No. In the future, I need an outline so I can come more prepared. Because like, do you have any thoughts? I'm like, no, dude. I'm winging it. I am responding to your comments.
You're fine. I meant like, is there anything else that you want to say with Clone Wars? How are you at least enjoying Clone Wars?
I do. I really enjoy it. It's more complex and nuanced than I initially gave it credit for, and that's what I was struggling to say. And I'm like, it's more than just a kid show. It is, and I don't like the Admiral guy with his propaganda voice. Like, it's very fitting, but I'm like, I don't appreciate your military propaganda, sir.
I love his voice so. It's such a good voice.
It's a perfect voice, and it is the voice that I would want. But I don't appreciate your propaganda that you're pushing on me, sir.
It's like when you hear Optimus Prime's voice, you're like, I love your voice, sir, but god damn, are you just a noble whatever.
Yeah, it's very... Yeah, that voice is very hero. Noble. You expect great things. I'm more excited to learn more... Yeah, I'm excited to learn how... Sorry, I'm struggling to edit this. What were you calling the new clones?
Something
the one-off
there.
clones?
The Bad Batch?
Yes. I'm excited to learn more about the Bad Batch and see how cohesive, not cohesive, they are with the remaining clones, depending on how long their arc lasts. I'm more looking forward to the Rebels. I want to see Ahsoka continue to grow. I mean, I know she leaves and she's like, fuck this, I'm out. But I'm excited to see the woman that she turns into and the warrior that she turns into and how her childhood being part of the Jedi Order influences her future self and how she responds around others.
Her book is really good too.
She's got a book?
There's an Ahsoka Tano book. I highly recommend it.
That's cool.
But yeah, that's where we'll leave this one. I'll edit out some stuff for time. And thank you guys so much for joining us. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Remember, you're all winners out there.
Keep it weird, and we'll see you guys next time.